Let's talk about choosing your niche. There's a couple things that you need to keep in mind when choosing your niche. The first one that I think we should all realize and recognize is we have to choose something that we're passionate about. We have to choose something that we're interested in. And the reason this is because if we're not interested in a certain subject, eventually we're going to give up. We're going to lose momentum and we're not going to want to work on it for the foreseeable future. Now, YouTube is a long-term goal. YouTube is the way to get out of our current financial situation. So we should treat YouTube as a full-time job because eventually, if we're consistent in making videos, it will be a full-time job and it will be a full-time paycheck and possibly even providing us with finances that we've never even imagined possible. So I know we're just starting out with YouTube, or maybe you're an intermediate and you just want to get more tips and tricks. But for the majority of us, we want to become full-time YouTubers. We want to be engaged in this community. When choosing your niche, you should always choose something that you're passionate about, that you're extremely passionate about. Everybody's passionate about something. And I don't want you to choose your niche solely based on ad revenue or solely based on the sponsorship or brand deal opportunities or other monetization methods that you could acquire when you choose a certain niche or a certain topic for your videos. The first thing that you should consider is your passions. What are you passionate about? And if you don't know, I challenge you to sit down with a piece of paper and write out exactly what makes you happy, exactly what lights up your life and gives you energy. Most of us have one or two things that make us want to be a better version of ourselves. What's your passion? What are you interested in? What are you comfortable teaching other people? What are you excited to make videos about? What are you excited to teach other people about? And you want other people to learn, and you're passionate about teaching and creating and enveloping this niche with all of your essence. What are you passionate about? This is the first thing that I want you to consider when choosing your niche. Exactly what makes you happy. What makes your heart beat every day? Like, what is it? Do you love cooking? Do you love racing cars? Do you love fixing cars? Do you love helping people or learning about psychology? Do you love reading books or perhaps brewing your own beer or making health supplements? Do you love going to the gym? Do you love teaching people how to exercise correctly or lose weight? Exactly what are you passionate about? Whatever you're passionate about, take that and make that your first reason as to why you want to choose this niche. The second thing that you should really consider is market demand. Now, when I say market demand, what I mean is you want to look for a niche that has a sizable audience, but is not oversaturated. Now, I know this sounds like an oxymoron, but let me give you an example. There's a phrase, it goes niche down to blow up. And basically what this means is you take a niche and you divide it into subcategories. So if we're taking the health niche, for example, let's say we want to help people lose weight. Okay, this much we know. Let's break it down a little bit more. We want to help people lose weight who are over 40, who are women. Now we've really niched down. We've gotten to a very specific area of our niche. And this is where we will find a niche that is not exactly oversaturated, but still extremely popular with the masses. Let's take another example. Let's say you like cars, you like to fix cars. Okay, you know you want your niche to be about cars. So let's break it down just a little bit more. Let's say you want to make videos about fixing cars. Okay. Let's say you want to make videos about fixing cars that are made before 1960. Okay, again, now we're getting somewhere. We're niching down to blow up our channels. Okay, you want to make videos and you want to teach how to fix cars that were made before 1960s by the manufacturer Ford. Perfect. That's perfect.
We're gonna get through this time, right? It's gonna be smooth.
What's he doing?
Easy.
He's talking to her, man. Trying to get reacquainted.
You took a niche that's extremely popular, which is cars and the automotive niche, and you broke it down 1 or 2 steps. Niche down to blow up your channel. It's that simple. Let's take another example. Let's say you love gaming. You know you want to make a channel about gaming. So let's break it down just a little bit more. You want to make a channel about gaming, but you want the games to be about first-person shooters. Okay, good. We're on our way. You love gaming, you love first-person shooters, you love the game Skyrim. Beautiful, perfect. That's perfect. Niche down to blow up. And you're going to hear me say this throughout the course over and over again because it's extremely important. You need to niche down to blow up. So this is one of the main things you should consider when choosing a niche. Another thing that I really want you to consider when choosing your niche is trying to develop a unique angle. And what do I mean by a unique angle? When you've decided what you want to make videos about, you take that and you add something fresh. You add something new, something revolutionary, something that you've made up, something that has come from your mind and your mind only. No copying, no faking, no taking from other people's videos. I want this to be 100% original, and it can be anything. Another thing to think about when choosing your niche is your level of expertise. Now, a lot of people might hear this and think to themselves, I'm not an expert in anything. I'm here to say, yes, you are. Everybody is an expert in something. And I guarantee you, if you sit down with a piece of paper and write this out, again, you want to make it known, you want to bring it out of your subconscious, out of your conscious, and put it on a piece of paper and actually look at it and be like, yes, I'm good at this. I'm good at mowing the lawn. I'm good at doing laundry. I'm good at talking to my girlfriend. I'm good at making my bed. I'm good at playing video games. I'm good at paying attention in class. I'm good at cooking. I make the best cereal. My milk to cereal ratio is unlike any other. Anything that you can think of. Everybody is good at something. Everybody has their unique gift that they can bestow on the world. It doesn't matter if it's being a rocket scientist. It doesn't matter if you're Elon Musk. It doesn't matter if you are a scholar, you went to MIT. The thing about YouTube is that people recognize uniqueness. And I've seen thousands of channels blow up from the smallest things possible, people's unique abilities. But these creators have taken their talent and they've monetized them and they brought them to the light of day and they've shared them with the world, and the world loves them. So really think about it. You're an expert at something. I promise you, you are. Just sit down with a piece of paper and write it out. Exactly what are you good at? It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a momentous realization. It can be something very, very small. Find what you're good at. Implement it in your videos. Your audience will love you. The next topic that I want to discuss is the topic of evergreen videos. Now, what does evergreen mean? Evergreen means that you make a video on a certain topic that will be popular forever. And that means 10 years, 20, 50 years into the future, people would still want to come back to that video to learn or to be entertained. Let's take this for example. You make a video about human psychology. Now, human psychology does not change throughout the years. For thousands of years, it's been the same. We've known teachers like Socrates, Hippocrates, Plato, who teach the exact same thing that philosophers are teaching nowadays. That's because human psychology has been the same forever.
Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever.
Other examples of evergreen niches would be health and wellness, as far as content related to fitness, nutrition, mental health, and different types of well-being tactics. Another one would be personal finance, topics such as budgeting, saving, investing, and debt management. Another niche would be lifestyle. Create content about daily life, travel, home decor, organization, and possibly productivity. Another one would be education. You can possibly make videos on various subjects like language learning, coding, cooking, technology and gadgets, which is another high CPM niche, different hobbies and interests, and foods and cooking. These are only a couple examples of the many, many different types of niches that you can use and implement throughout your YouTube career. Okay, we've already established that the number one thing that you should be basing your niche around is passion and interests. And then we go down the line from audience alignment, expertise, long-term viability, which means you make evergreen videos, coming up with a unique angle, making sure that there's certain market demand. And when I say market demand, I'm talking about a sizable audience, yet it's not so oversaturated. And that's when I was talking about the niche down to blow up concept. The final decision, the final reason why you should choose your niche is the monetization opportunities. Now, there are certain niches that pay certain CPMs and certain RPMs. They're not all built the same. They're all dependent on how much the advertisers are willing to pay to put their ads on your videos. And we're going to go over that in the next section.